Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here. I'm all better. Yay. Yesterday was a much better day. Yeah. So, all together after the vaccination, 3 terrible days. So, we're just going to leave it at that. I don't want to influence anybody. I didn't die. Get the vaccine. Would I ever get it again? Like, because they're not saying, is this like an annual thing, like the flu shot? Um, I don't know. But I would have to opt out. Yeah. No. Mm-mm. Especially since there are so many different strains of the virus now. I'm just not sure one was, well, it's the same thing with flu every year. They try to predict a strain that's going to be most prevalent for that year, and that's what they vaccinate you against. I have no reactions from the flu shots, so anyway, and those are mandatory. Coffee, coffee gods. Anyway, before I forget, Wambui Bahati is going to be on the show Sunday. Oh, I'm so happy about this. She is a loom knitter on YouTube, and that's who I tuned into to learn how to loom knit. And a lot of you say, oh, I want to do it, I want to do it. Let's talk to Wambui on Sunday in my Sunday morning live show at 11 Central. She will be there with me. Wambui Made It is the name of her channel. I will put this right here because you're like, how do you spell that, Rebecca? W. Yeah, I'll spell it for you. It's okay. Ah, elbow into the painting. Yes. Oh my God. We're gonna put away the 310 because I'm just over it. Let's just get another color out, shall we? Yes. Yes, Rebecca, let's get another color out. Here we go. We got another color. Now, did I put new tips in the pens? Oh, of course not. Of course I did not. This one should be okay. I think yesterday they were all frozen. Maybe they're still frozen. Okay. There we go. We did it. We did it. Okay, so how are you guys today? Is everybody staying warm? I heard from some of my friends down in Texas, and y'all are getting hammered as well with the rolling blackouts. Well, one of my friends said she went for like an entire day with no heat, and then it finally came back on, and that's not a rolling blackout. That's just, there's nothing rolling about an entire day with no heat. Oh my God, I don't even know what I would do. Well, I would I'd put my ass in the car and go somewhere else. Somehow, some way, I'd get to my son's house and pray that he had heat. I gotta tell you though, I've not seen one single person on the road this morning. I put the garbage out there. I bundled up, snowman style, took the garbage out. I don't know if the garbage man's going to come today or not, but I'm going to say there's at least a foot of snow out there, even on the road. Wow. Be careful what you wish for. I love snow. I wished for snow, and I got a yard full. I got a whole country full, apparently. So I really do feel for you guys down in Texas, though. I mean, and my sister, today is February 17th, 2021, and my sister is moving to Texas today. I Tried to get a hold of her last night. She did not answer her phone. I hope she stays safe. I'm really worried about her. I don't know if she's ever left the state of Florida in her life. Oh no, she did live in Georgia for a little while, so she has probably seen snow. But other than when she lived in Georgia, I don't know that she has a whole lot of experience. You know, I used to go skiing every year, and so I'm very familiar with snow, but not so familiar with driving. And she's totally not, doesn't know how to drive. She's panicked. So I don't know about her husband. I don't know. I'm praying for them. Um, yeah. So keep Jean in mind. You guys know Jean. She's in the chat sometimes. Let's send her some good thoughts, and hopefully she'll call me today, and she'll get where she's going safely. Oh man. Anyway, today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day. This was a day that was started in New Zealand. They celebrate it in September, but we celebrate it on February 17th. And really, this should be something that you do every day. Do just one random act of kindness, like smile. There, that's my random act of kindness today. I smiled at you. No, buy somebody a cup of coffee, or, I always like the one where you go to the drive-through and like you pay for whatever the person behind you ordered, or, pay for their coffee, or, something like that. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not going anywhere today, so any kindness that comes from me is going to be through the camera lens. Yeah. Wow. So, find a way to do a random act of kindness today. Write a little note for somebody in your house, or somebody that you work with. If you have to get out and go to work today, write them a little sweet note. I was thinking about you. Every now and then I will get these kind of notes from one of my YouTube creator friends, and it'll be totally random, just totally out of the blue. Hey, I was thinking about you. How are you? Please, just like 2 lines, 3 lines, and it just always, my breath catches a little bit. I'm like, oh, she thought of me. That's so sweet. I just think it's sweet. I should do that. I know what I'm going to do. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm not going to tell you because it might involve you. Totally random. Totally random. Anyway. Wow. I'm looking at the snow. There's the church parking lot over here. So yesterday, this truck pulls up, and this little bitty mini snowplow gets off the truck. And so they snowplow the whole parking lot. And now there's these huge hills of snow. I can't believe, I'm curious to see if the kids come out and start playing in it, because it's really cute. It's like, this is the perfect foundation for the snowman that I was talking about yesterday. There's plenty of snow. Plenty of snow. Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling. What is that noise? Holy moly, I hope that didn't come out on camera. So yeah, yesterday I was watching TV, and I was watching YouTube, and I put my video up on YouTube. I'm like, oh, look, there's my video on YouTube. Well, I'm always on YouTube, but it was on the big screen TV, my big screen TV. So I turned my video on. I'm like, wonder what I look like on the big screen. Oh my God. Like, you could see, like, every pore of my skin. Like, so please, whatever you guys do not watch me on a big screen TV. Oh my God. I'm just saying, it was not a good look. I look much better on a cell phone. Watch me on your cell phone or your iPad. Don't watch me on the big screen TV. I was looking out like, oh, who is that chick? Yeah. And I need to go on a diet. Holy moly! No, I'm not going to diet. I don't believe in dieting. And that's a long story for another day. Um, so here's why had the YouTube on the big screen TV. I am starting a new segment. Now, everybody's doing this like true crime stuff. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it with a little twist. Each week, I'm going to be following a live trial on television or on YouTube. One or the other. Having an attorney background, I'm getting hot. I kind of want to bring you guys my flavor to the story. I tried to put myself in the place of a juror. And what would I be thinking hearing this evidence? So the trial that I started watching this week, or was it Friday? It might have been Friday. This gentleman, he is in his 70s. He is on trial for the murder of his wife. However, they never found her body. No body. So it's always a very difficult case to prove when you have no body. This woman went missing in April of 2017. She married this guy in 1989. This was her second husband. Her first husband, she divorced for abuse. She had 3 kids from that husband. Now, she meets this gentleman, and I would say his name, but I can't pronounce it. Prokopovich, something like that. Bunch of P's in the name. I'll spell it out here, in case you guys want to check it out. But anyway, so they meet and they get married in 1989. So she brings her kids into the marriage. He brings his kids into the marriage, and they live happily ever after. Now, fast forward to 2013. Her 2 girls are married. The boy's living in her boy's still living at home. His kids have all grown and gone. Her boy's still living at home because, when he was growing up, he had this horrible accident where he was burned over like 80% of his body from the neck down. So he is disabled, but he lives in the home. But he gets around quite well. So she had gone through a period right before this, in the previous year, where she was diagnosed with colon cancer. And she has to go through some surgeries, and there's some, not complications, but, she ends up having a colostomy bag and for a period of time, and then it's reversed. And so it's a horrible thing to go through, horrible thing. And to maintain your mental health during that is quite remarkable. So she gets through all that. So she's still going to doctors. So this particular April day, the husband, he takes his wife to the doctor. They came home. Now she's a crafter like us. She does crafts. She's like, I want to go to the Dollar Tree to get a tablecloth. And he's like, later. So he actually leaves and goes out and buys some chicken for dinner. And he comes back home with the chicken, and they all sit around the dining room table and they have dinner. Her and her son and him, they sit around the kitchen table and they eat dinner. And then her son, he says, I'm going out. So he goes over a friend's house. And he spends some time with them. He's there till midnight-ish, and then he goes to a different friend's house. So he does not get home till 4 o'clock-ish in the morning. And as he's pulling into the driveway, his father is also pulling into the driveway from a different direction at 4 in the morning. So he says to his dad, hey, what are you doing? And his dad says, your mom's gone. And he's like, what do you mean she's gone? And he's like, I woke up, she's gone. And then he probably gets in his car and says he's going to go look for her again. So he's gone for like 15 more minutes. Then he comes back home. And the son says, well, I think you should call the authorities. But, I'm going upstairs. I'm tired. So he goes upstairs. The guy goes to work. So, but, later on that evening, the authorities are called. The investigation starts. The searches start. They search with dogs. Airplane, drones, sonar, because they live in this rural area, and there's lots of parks and trails around there. So they're searching all of this area. They've got several different dogs out searching. No trace of this woman. They investigate this guy for the next 8 years before they finally decide, we're going to charge you with murder. No one has ever seen this woman again. Not a trace. Not a trace. His story is he wakes up 4 in the morning. She's not there. That she went for a walk. That's what she went for a walk. She was a heavy smoker. She left her cigarettes, her purse, her wallet. Nobody has ever seen this woman again. So far in the evidence, we have heard from the 2 daughters, and we've heard from we've heard from the son, the one that was burned. He has since gotten married and moved out and lives on his own. And we've heard from several law enforcement officers that all searched in one way or another and never found anything of evidentiary value. The daughters really, they're so busy with their own lives that they're not terribly involved with their mothers. They talk about, once or twice over the years where she tried to commit suicide because she does have depression. As all of us do from time to time. And certainly she had a right to be depressed. I mean, she had colon cancer, for God's sakes. And one of the daughters testifies that her mom said after one of the suicide attempts, sorry for the sniffling, next time, no one's going to find me. You won't find me. Well, how true that is. Which I think is where the defense is going. That, she said that if she ever was going to commit suicide again, no one would find her. And so I guess they're going to maintain that this was yet another one of her attempts to commit suicide. I don't know. So, I mean, but I have to say that I have not heard anything that's in evidence that convinces me, beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the standard for criminal trials, that he killed his wife. I haven't heard anything. We do know now that he canceled her off his insurance a month after she disappeared. But by canceling her off his insurance, he was saving like $3,700 a year. That's a significant savings for someone who doesn't make a lot of money. But we also learn, the plot thickens. We learn now that he also starts seeing another woman very shortly after this disappearance. Now, I'm waiting to hear, when did he start seeing this woman? Now, apparently that's going to be one of the issues that gets worked out in this trial. So, more to come on that. So, that's the trial segment. Now, I need to name this trial segment. You guys, what What should I name it? Trials and Tribulations, Trials This Week. What should I name it? And is this interesting to you? If not, I can move along to more crafts. But if it's interesting to you, I will keep doing it. It's something I can actually follow along while I am working. Because if anybody knows anything about trials, is they move very, very slowly. And the questions that are asked very meticulously. Like I can predict what's going to be asked, and I can predict the answer. Um, so let me know. And what should I name the segment? But let's talk about this day in history. So this day in history, and I want to get the right date for you guys. Of course, my iPad always shuts off because I haven't used it in the last 2 minutes. The Volkswagen Beetle in 1972 surpasses the Model T in sales. Now, the Model T had been the best-selling car in the world, but the Volkswagen Beetle overtakes it. 15 million Volkswagen Beetles sold in 1972. Now they only continue production of the Beetle until 2003, I believe. Then they stopped production on it. They are still making what they call the new Beetle, but this Beetle was commissioned by Adolf Hitler. I can't even say it. Adolf Hitler wanted this car for the Germans. So he commissioned Porsche to design a very small car that could be very affordable and that people could make payments into this fund that, would support probably his cause. So when this car finally comes to the U.S., it's not very well received because of its association with Nazis. And I've never talked to a Jewish person about a Volkswagen Beetle. I just never, I did not know this connection. I had not known this. Does that change my feelings about the Beetle? I think it's an adorable car, but I am a big-shouldered woman, as Tia is fond of saying. I don't really fit into a Beetle. I feel like I'm in a big bubble, and I'm riding in a bubble. It's it's a cool car. It's really a cool car. My former sister-in-law and her kids, at one point, I don't know if they still are, but for many, many years, they were part of this club. And once every few weeks, all these people would get together and you'd see Volkswagens everywhere and they'd all be showing off their Volkswagens. And then they would do like scavenger hunts and they'd have little different events around these Volkswagens. Which I thought was, that's a cute pastime. So that is this day in history. The Volkswagen Beetle rolls out and passes the Model T for over 15 million cars that were produced. Now, they produced way more than that because they kept producing them even after that record was broken in 1972. So, interesting little car. So, yeah, still made in Germany. So that is this day in history. So what are you guys working on during this freezing cold weather? I know everybody always asks that. I have not been in this room because it is so cold in this room. I've got the heater on now and we're warming up the room. I put it on when I get up in the morning. I put the heater on, let Jake sit here. I go make coffee. let the dog, let Tootsie out, get this room warmed up, and then once I do this show, like yesterday when the show was done, I took my computer, I took the heater. This heater is very portable, very not very heavy at all, not at all heavy. So I actually moved. They ask us to turn our heat down to 65 to 67. Now I've got it running at 69 and that's comfortable for me. So I turned it down to 67. I'm like, okay, I will play my part in conserving energy. So I put it down to 67. Oh, it's cold. So I got this heater, put it in the living room. I was working from my lounge chair because I was feeling much better, but not great. Today I feel pretty good today. As the afternoon wore on, I started feeling better. I got up and started doing some things around the house. Still trying to conserve energy, although I cooked a turkey in the oven. I had it thawed. I had to cook it. So the oven was on, so that probably wasn't a great idea, but I had to cook this, just a turkey breast, not a whole turkey. So today I'm going to take the turkey off the breast, cut it up, and make turkey tetrazzini, because that's my favorite meal, turkey tetrazzini. Anyway, you're like, how do you do all of this, Rebecca? I don't know. Because now I'm working, watching this trial, crocheting. So I told you I finished that cute little hat. But now I'm making a scarf that matches the hat. I know. I have this terrible habit of starting something new before I finished the old thing, but that's just me. It's not ever going to change. That I do eventually finish everything. That's just the way I am. I had this leftover yarn from the hat that I just made, and I thought, oh, a scarf would be really cute, so I'm making the scarf. I know. Yeah. So, and I've been working on the temperature blankets, trying to keep up on those, and we're into the coldest, obviously the coldest, the lowest temperature on the temperature blanket. I don't even know if the people in Texas account. I know I didn't account for below zero weather. I'm sure they didn't account for it being this cold. But wow. Anyway, it's crazy. I don't know if this is it, if there's more on the way. I know we got another round of snow overnight, because when I woke up this morning, clearly it had snowed again. My poor car. It's just surrounded by, I'm gonna have to dig to get to the car. Luckily, I don't have to go anywhere. No. I even got smart, put my coffee in here to keep it warm today. Southern butter pecan. Now, somebody was talking to me about tea, about different flavors of tea. Now, I like good old, plain old Nestea iced tea. But to actually sit down and enjoy a cup of tea, I enjoy peach flavor. That's delicious. But I haven't really gotten into a lot of tea flavors. I'm not a big herb fan. I don't want an herbal tea because I just don't like the smell of it. So I'm not sure what I would like as far as tea, hot teas go. I know some people swear by them to get them to sleep at night and cure other ailments, but yeah, I don't know. At night I'm trying to catch up on water, hydration, which is, I'm not a huge drinker. I don't mean alcohol. I mean I'll take a sip of something and set it down and walk away. And then I'll come back to it 2 hours later, take another sip. I mean, I guess I'm not like a guzzler, where I sit and drink 8 ounces of water you know, in a particular instance. You know, I probably should drink way more than I do. And I just don't. But like, I see people that don't drink at all. I'm like, they'll eat a whole meal and they won't even have a drink with it. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I don't understand. Um, okay. So boy, I crammed a lot into this show, guys, and I apologize. Um, what I'm get, you know, all of the other drills on this diamond painting are wonderful. It's just the 310s that I have angst about. Now that I'm working on like this, what's this color? $6.99. No issues whatsoever. They're fitting nicely. They're going down nicely. No issues. But man, those 310s just, do y'all find that is an issue with you? Angst over the 310? I don't know. I need to finish this section and move along, right? You're like, you've been working on that section for a whole week. Yeah, I have, because I have not been out here diamond painting. Yeah. Tonight on Craft With Me Wednesday, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Probably, because I don't have a guest. It'll just be me. Just little old me. I think I'm going to roll out the stuff that I have on the Steam-A-Seam for the collage quilt. I think we're going to cut it out and sort it out. You know, while I chit-chat. We can all talk about and lament about the weather. How about that? Sounds good, Rebecca. Because I ordered more Steam-A-Seam. It's still not here, which is kind of why I've been putting off the second show. But it's okay. We can do it without that. I've got the roller that I need, the little rolling thing. I know there's another name for it. I gotta find out what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, we'll get that out. We will cut out all the fabric that we already have put on the Steam-A-Seam. We'll see how it's holding up in the weather because it's cold in the room. But I'll see you guys then. If you're not there tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, Wambui Made It will be on Sunday. I'm so excited. Yay. See y'all tomorrow or tonight in the morning show. Tonight, Craft With Me Wednesday. Bye.